you guys, I just wanted to take the time to make another video for you all since you're awesome and loved my last one so much. But I wanted to talk about something that is honestly my probably most frequently asked question. And that question for me is how do you stay motivated, or where do you find your motivation? How do you have so much energy? And I was listening to a podcast today. It was actually Jillian Michaels' podcast. And some people called in and asked her a similar question. And it really resonated with me because I was like, that's why I'm so internally motivated. And that's what she said. She said motivation is something that has to come from within you. It can't really come from outside of you. You can't depend on your boyfriend or your kid or your best friend to motivate you. And the fact that they're sitting on the couch not being motivated really has nothing to do with you and your motivation. As much as we'd like to make the excuse that it does, your motivation really has to come from within. And so this particular caller that called in, when Jillian asked her what's your motivation, she said, I just want to better myself as a person. And Jillian literally was like, snooze fest, pick something else. And so the lady was like, okay, I want to be more mobile. And she was like, no, you're not getting it. She's like, you're telling me you want to go northeast when really you want to go to the Empire State Building. So she's like, I need you to get truly specific. And so she's like, the reason that you're not motivated is because you have no emotional connection to anything specific, to wanting to walk your children down the aisle someday, to wanting to throw a ball in the yard with your grandkids, to wanting to have sex with the lights on, like whatever it is, like you don't have that inside of you. You don't know, you're not connected to whatever that thing is for you, and you need to figure it out if you want to find your motivation. And that is 100% me. My motivation and my energy comes from somewhere very dark, which is my autoimmune condition. That has been my rock bottom and the scariest thing I've ever faced in my life. If I think about it, it's still terrifying. But for me, my motivation comes from the fact that I need to get into remission. I have to. And it goes even beyond myself. Not only do I need remission, I need health and longevity and vitality to feel amazing, but also I need that for my family because they need my happiness and my health. And I need that because my condition is so rare. And is so frequently misdiagnosed, and I'm part of an online support group, and there's so many people on there who are suffering so deeply and have no access to resources or doctors who don't really understand this condition or have any options for them, or even, they can't even tell them a direction to go with it. The only accepted treatment is steroid, and that's all that they're given, and that's not necessarily effective for pretty much anyone that I've seen. And then these people are basically left to rot, and it's so horrible to me. And that is where my motivation comes from. My motivation comes from wanting to help myself, and also wanting to go back to the support group and be able to help these people and be like, I worked my ass off and I figured this out, and please go do these things and heal and get better. And so that's really what you have to find within yourself, more than just saying like, oh, I want to lose weight. Okay, great, but like why? There has to be something deeper. It has to really come from within, and you have to be, as you can see, I am emotionally invested in it. And additionally to that, there's a component of motivation that I think people hold themselves back because they fear failure. Okay, yeah, I want it and I do have this why, but like, ooh, it's a little scary. Like, what if I work out a lot and I eat really healthy and like nothing happens? Which is why we have this need to like, we diet and exercise for a week and we're like, why didn't I lose 10 pounds? Because we just feel like we need to see the results. Otherwise, we're so afraid that we might be failing, right? And so I wanted to talk a little bit about that as well. I've been working my ass off there. I cannot emphasize this enough, for the last 2.5 years fighting this condition since I got diagnosed. And that's not even, talking about the years I spent before that just trying to get a diagnosis. But once I had a diagnosis, I hit the fucking ground running and have not stopped. I do not stop. I will not stop. That said, I am not in remission. I'm not. So my ultimate goal of remission, I'm not there. I haven't reached it. And I've done so many things, from lifestyle changes, my diet and exercise, to so many different, you know, crazy experimental things with different kinds of doctors. And I don't look at any one of those things as a failure. I really don't. And this is kind of the point I want to make is failure is really all about how you use it, you know, or how you view it. You know, we're taught as a society that failure is bad. We all must be successful and the best and claw your way to the top. But really, you know, anyone who's at the top, they failed a lot. And so for me, like, I guess you could say I failed because I'm not in remission, but I don't see it that way. I see every failure, and I really don't like that word for it because I really don't see it that way, as a stepping stone in the right direction, as a learning lesson. Even things that haven't helped my health, they've helped at 0%, they have always still increased my knowledge and led me to the next step. So failure to me, it doesn't exist in my head. I can't fail. I won't fail. I will get to my ultimate goal eventually, and the way I'm going to get there is by not getting discouraged and not looking at failure as some negative thing, but just saying like, okay, I tried that. You know, if anything, it told me that that's not, you know, an avenue for remission for my particular condition, and it sent me over here. So moving on, and now I have the opportunity to try something new that might be the thing that I'm needing to get to my ultimate goal. So don't fear failure, because it isn't really a failure if you use it to learn and to move forward. That's the main thing. The only time your failure is truly failure is if you allow it to block you mentally from moving forward. So don't do that. Don't let it hinder you. Keep pushing, keep going, and you just know, you have to know from within that you have this huge why and this huge goal, and then no matter what, you're gonna freaking get there. You're going to do it. You may have to work for the next decade. You may have to push every single day like I do, but we'll all get there. We will get there. So you have to truly trust that within your heart, and that's what's gonna keep you going. So I just wanted to tell you guys that, and we're going up to Big Bear tonight, and I'm so excited to just actually have like a relaxing holiday without like the super craziness of like 12 places to go. So it's gonna be amazing. It's supposed to snow tonight, and I'm so excited. So I hope you guys have a really good week and you guys have fun Thanksgiving plans, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.